Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Wartella, and I'm one of the proud alumni from Circle in the Square Theater School. Thanks to Circle, I've been able to do a fair amount of work in my professional career, including some Broadway shows. I did Wicked on Broadway and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where I played Mike TV. I'm starring in a new show called The Wanderer at Paper Mill Playhouse that's hoping to transfer to Broadway. I played Dion DiMucci in that.
Hi, I'm Trisha Jeffrey from Broadway's Motown the Musical, Rent, and the original cast of Little Shop of Horrors. I'm currently working on the brand new Broadway-bound musical, Henry Box Brown. Now, as a very proud graduate of Circle, I can share with you that some of the best training I've had has come from those teachers right there in that basement.
When I got there, I was fresh out of high school and I was very plucky and full of chutzpah and a lot of showmanship and energy. But Circle is where I learned how to be an artist. They taught me truth, authenticity, and storytelling in my work.
Circle in the Square Theater School has gifted me with the necessary tools to thrive as a performing artist and compete with some of today's leading players.
I'm very proud to say that I come from a lineage of great artists who do good, honest work. So thank you, Circle, for that.
Now, all you need to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy
The class of 2021 at Circle in the Square Theater School. Take it away.
Picture a handsome, heroically charismatic, plain-spoken, nothing skirt-chasing, cocky little son of a... Lie down with dogs and you'll wake up with a raise and a promotion. So he's a flirt, a complete egomaniac. The fact is he's also the face of the strike. What a face, face the fact. That's a face that can save us all from sinking in the ocean. Like someone said, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power... Wait, corrupts? Absolutely, that is genius! But give me some time, I'll be twice as good as that. 6 months from never. Just look around at the world we're inheriting and think of the one we'll create. Their mistake is they got old. That is not a mistake we'll be making. No, sir, we'll stay young forever. Give those kids and me the brand new century and watch what happens. It's David and Goliath, do or die. The fight is on, and I can't watch what happens. But all I know is nothing happens if you just give in. It can't be any worse than how it's been. And it just so happens that we just might win. So whatever happens, let's begin. Hey, Dad, Ann here. Did you see that? Did you see the bull I pulled out of my $3 hat yesterday? Future Grim wrote a column on a whim. Bam! The city's gaga for my pseudonym. I hope you can see this, 'cause this is it. Your little monster's gonna be a hit. I hope you can see this, my one big shot, 'cause you're to blame for all the brass I've got. I know you'd say that it's a lie, but Dad, I need this guy. I hope you can see this, the city wow. I hope you can see this, pull up a cloud, 'cause I know He was good to me, Rodolfo. You don't know him. He was always the sweetest guy to me. Good. Sure, he razzes me all the time, but he don't mean it. I know. I just feel ashamed if I made him sad. 'Cause I always pictured him at the wedding, you know? All happy and laughing, and now he's mad all the time and nasty. I've been here all my life. Every day I saw him when he left in the morning and when he came home at night. You think it's so easy to turn around and say to a man he's nothing to you no more? You don't know. Nobody knows. I'm not a baby. I know a lot more than people think I know. Beatrice says to be a woman, but then why don't she be a woman? You know, if I were a wife, I'd make a man happy instead of going at him all the time. I can tell a block away when he's blue in his mind and just wants to talk to somebody quiet and nice. And I know when he's hungry or when he wants a beer before he even says anything, and I know when his feet hurt him. I mean, I know him! And now you want me to turn around and make a stranger out of him? I don't know why I have to do that, I mean.
I have lived in the darkness for so long, I'm waiting for the light to shine. Far beyond horizons I have seen, beyond the things I've been, beyond the dreams I've dreamed, all the things I've done. In fact, each and every one are the way that I was taught to run. I am waiting for the light to shine. I'm waiting for the light to shine. I have lived in the darkness for so long, I'm waiting for the light to shine. I am what you want me to be, and I'm your worst fear. You'll find it in me. Come closer, come closer. I am more than memory, I am what might be, I'm mystery, you know me, so show me. When I appear, it's not so clear if I'm a simple spirit or I'm flesh and blood. 'Cause I'm alive, I'm so alive, and I feed on the fear that's behind your eyes. And I need you to need me, it's no surprise. I'm alive, so alive. I'm alive, I'm right behind you. You say forget, but I'll remind you. You can't try to hide, you know that I will find you. 'Cause if you won't grieve me, you won't leave me behind. Oh, whoa, whoa, I'm alive, I'm alive. Until the shit hit the fan, and the talk I was going to do at school became history. What will I say now? Goodness me, the good ship Lollipop has gone and sunk. What will I say? Well, let's see. I came home yesterday, and everything had been great. Great parents, great trees, great cars, great house. You know, the good old great. But then today I come home, and what do I find? I find my great mom and my great dad talking about a letter from great good friend Ross, written to great good mom about how great good dad has been out in the barnyard fucking animals. Animals. Well, one in particular, a goat, a fucking goat. You see, guys, your stories are swell or whatever, but I've got one that'll knock your socks off, as they used to say. You know, wipe the tattoos right off their butts. You see, while great good mom and great good dad have been doing the great old parent thing, one of them has been out in the barnyard, underneath the house, digging a pit so deep, so wide, so huge, we'll all fall in, we'll never be able to climb out again. No matter how hard we try. No matter how much we want to. And you see, fellow students, I love these people. I love them. I love the man who's down there digging when he's not giving it to a goat. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him.
Me. Me. Me, I'm nothing. Me. When I was very small, we used to take our sleds out in the wintertime, and the only hills we had were the ice-covered stone steps of some houses down the street. And we'd fill them in with snow and make them smooth and slide down them all day. And it was very dangerous, you know, far too steep. And sure enough, one day a kid named Rufus came down too fast and hit the sidewalk. And we saw his face just split open right there in front of us. And I remember standing there looking at his bloody open face thinking, that was the end of Rufus. But the ambulance came. They took him to the hospital. They fixed the broken bones and they sewed him all up. And the next time I saw Rufus, he just had a little line down the middle of his face. I never got over that. That is what one person could do for another. Fix up the sick. Sew up the problem, make him all right again. That was the most marvelous thing in the world. I wanted to do that. I always thought it was the one concrete thing in the world a human being could do for another. Fix up the sick, you know? Sew up the problem, make him whole again. This was truly being God. And what about his wife? How you know she ain't a good person? And he just telling you what you want to hear. That his words are a smooth tonic to make you give out what ain't free. How you know she ain't good? You ever think about where they go after they leave here? Who washes their britches after they've been soiled in your bed? Because there's a poor woman out there waiting, getting up every 5 minutes each time a carriage passed the window or a dog bark, who thinks a great deal of her husband. She thinks so much of him, she don't even bother to ask questions. She just know he go places gentle women don't belong. She thinks he's playing cards or simply restless. But when he comes through that door and lies down next to her, that poor, stupid woman don't even bother to feel angry. 'Cause his body is warm and she ain't alone. I pity your heart. You are the worst sort of scavenger. Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be. Because love is the song you will sing. Track you down and then hit delete too sweet. So sweetie, let me repeat. I'm the Mad Hatter. Pledge allegiance while you still can. The Mad Hatter. More than just a hat with a plan. I'm where you belong, the right kind of wrong, and I'll still be going real strong. The bottom line is everything will be fine. As on the planet time, it's gonna be so divine. When all the days will be mine. All my life I've had a passion in me, and it's for you. All my life it was there, it has been there, reserved for you. I never felt it. I never knew what passion was in me. It was there, but only for you. And I say you because I don't know what else to call you. I could call you key or burst or debris or flood. You touched it and it rose and burst out like a dike that opens up to the force of the waters inside and everything comes out. Water, stones, boulders, trees. Like prisoners who think of nothing but escape day and night, year after year. And when the riot breaks out, and the doors crack and burst open because of the force of the explosion, as if it were of dynamite. Or the eruption of a volcano underneath the floors.
The force of the prisoner's desire for freedom erupts and the walls burst and the water rushes through the opening ferociously, wildly, and fearlessly. It's like that. It feels like that. You touched it, and it rose and burst out. Water, hard stones, gravel, mud, foam out of my chest. For you. Burst. Let me call you Burst.
It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved, a whole life long. Once upon a time, I had lives to protect. I had rules to change and wrongs to set right. And there were people at my side, and there were rivers I could guide. I wanted nothing in return. Let me out of here. Give me back to the wind. Let me out of here. Let me please see the sun. Let me out of here. At least tell me what I did wrong. Why are we punished for wanting to survive? Why am I locked behind these bars? Tell the children I'll return to them. Tell them, someone, let them know I will be free. I will not be defeated. I will stand like a mountain. And the road will stretch before me, and I'll know it's time to follow. And I'll lift our eyes and raise our heads and face the sun and tell the future I'm king of the world, land of the free. High in the sky, the best that I can be. I'm king of the world. Watch and you'll see. Nothing can stop me from tomorrow, keep me from my destiny, and I'm king of the world. I'm king of the world. I'm at least I used to be. All right, it's like this, all right? Check it out. How I got on the streets is like this. It's like this. Once upon a time, like a long time ago, I was left in this dumpster outside of Phoenix. I was like a little baby then. Nobody wanted me. And then this pack of wild dogs came and dug me out and fed me. They took care of me and taught me how to hunt and shit. I didn't even know what human was. Okay, never mind. That's BS, all right? Check it out, it's like this. I was left for dead in a strip mall outside of San Isidro, right? And this poor Mexican family found me and took me over the border to TJ and raised me as one of their own. Not that ain't true neither. I'm just playing you. What really happened, it's like this, and this is for real. When I was a little kid, the building that I grew up at caught fire. And my mother, she held me out the window and she was all like, fly away, little bird. And then she let go. Only thing was, I wasn't a little bird. And I didn't fly, I fell. And I don't know what that bitch was smoking, but if I didn't die from that fire, I should have straight up died from that fall. Because that being that I landed on this mattress that someone threw out with the trash. Fucking fate, man. Had my ass. And then, later, this old wino found me. And he raised me for a while, till his liver gave out. And then I was all alone. I was on my own. And that's the truth. Swear to God.
was a better husband than any real man I'd ever met. This parade of men fails to live up to your expectations, and you punish yourself. You tell yourself it's your fault you couldn't find a good one. You simply deluded yourself into thinking they're better than they are. I don't know how well you remember Andrew. That's the best example. Here's a guy I loved so intensely, and everything he did wrong was just an opportunity for me to make things right. So if he cheated on me or called me a cunt, I simply said to myself, no, you love him. You love him forever. And here's an opportunity for you to make an adjustment in the way you view the world. And I can't say when the precise moment was that I looked in the mirror and said, okay, moron, and walked out. But it kicked off this whole period of reflection. How had I screwed it up? Where did I go wrong? And before you know it, you can't move forward. You're just suspended there. You can't move forward because you're so busy thinking backward. I mean, years of punishment and self-loathing. That's when I got into all those books and discussion groups. And then finally, one day, I threw it all out. I said, no, it's me. It's just me with my music on the stereo and my glass of wine and Boomers, my cat. And I don't need anything else. I can live my life by myself. So I threw myself in my work, got my license, sold a lot of houses, and that's when I met Steve. Night flight to San Francisco. Chased the moon across America. God. It's been years since I was on a plane. When we hit 35,000 feet, we'll have reached the tropopause, the great belt of calm air, as close as I'll ever get to the ozone. I dreamed we were there. The plane leapt the tropopause, the safe air, and attained the outer rim, the ozone, which was ragged and torn, parts of it threadbare as old cheesecloth, which was frightening. But I saw something that only I can see because of my astonishing ability to see such things. Souls were rising from the earth, far below, souls of the dead, of people who had perished from war, from famine, from the plague. And they floated up like skydivers in reverse, limbs all akimbo, wheeling and spinning. And the souls of these departed clasped hands, joined ankles, and they made a web, a great net of souls. And these souls were the 3 atom oxygen molecules of the stuff of ozone. And the outer rim absorbed them and was repaired. Nothing's lost forever. In this world, there is a kind of painful progress, a longing for what we leave behind, and dreaming ahead. At least I think that's so.
People turn on you just like the wind. Everybody is a fair weather friend. In the end, you're better off alone, any way the wind blows. When your body aches to lay it down, when you're hungry and there ain't enough to go around, ain't no length to which a girl won't go, any way the wind blows. Wind comes up, ooh, and
just to fill your belly full of food. Find a bed that you could fall into, where the weather wouldn't follow you, wherever you go, any way the wind blows. What's the time? Well, it's gonna be close to midnight. My body's talking to me, says time for danger. We don't need any money, I always get it for free. You can get in too if you get in with me. Let's go out tonight. I have to go now tonight. In the evening, I've got to roam, can't sleep in the city of neon and chrome. Feels too damn much like home when the Spanish babies cry. So let's find a bar so dark we forget who we are. From all the scars of the nevers and maybes, die, let's go out tonight. I'll let you make me out tonight. I get this feeling sometimes like I'm invisible or something. I can be standing in a room and I'm talking and everything, and my words aren't getting anywhere. And then I look down on myself, and my body isn't getting anywhere either. It's like I'm standing in a one-way mirror, and I can see the guys, and I can hear the guys. But they can't see me, and they can't hear me. And I sort of wonder, maybe I'm ugly or something. Like I'm some alien species from another planet, and I don't speak the language, and I look totally weird. And I don't know this, you see? Because in this other planet, I had this really nice mother who told me that I was beautiful and that I had a voice to die for. And then I arrived here on Earth, and I'm so filled with her love and her belief in me that I walk around like I'm beautiful. And I sing like I have a voice to die for. And because I'm so convinced, I'm so strange and so deluded, people pretend to listen to me because they're being polite or something. And maybe they're afraid of me. And at first I didn't notice because I sing with my eyes closed. And then one day I opened my eyes and I realized I'm living in this world where nobody sees me and nobody hears me. I'm just looking for that one guy who sees me, really takes a chance. I mean, I hear them. I'm listening so hard. I hear promises when somebody's saying hello. If anybody ever heard what I've got locked up inside of me, I'd be a star.
She keeps filling up the hut with rubbish, like flowers and plants. And not only is it overcrowded, it's loaded with ants. She is definitely too intrusive, a nuisance, and yet she's an interesting creature. this eve. Once I saw her standing on a hilltop, her head tilted back, the sunlight in her face, gazing at the flight of a bird. Then suddenly I saw that she was beautiful, beautiful. Yes, that's the word. There are animals around this garden more soothing than she, but there is nothing in the whole of Eden more pleasant to see. If she'd only learn to keep her mouth shut 1 minute at a time, why, I believe I could possibly enjoy just watching this curiously interesting creature called Eve. There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charms, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With a wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I've grown so tired of the sound of screams. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so weary of the same old thing. Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, an emptiness began to grow. There's something out there far from my home, a longing that I've never known. Shut up, will you? What did she mean by that year's bit? Come on, why is she acting like she's holding aces? Are you shitting me? Billy, you must be committed. Then why? Why? You're just a young kid. Why aren't you out in a convertible cruising around for babes? Well, all of you guys, why the hell do you stay? You gripe and you bitch about how you can't stand this place, or you can't stand the big nurse, and all this time, you ain't even committed? What the hell's the matter with you? Ain't you got any guts? Oh, I see now. I see now why you guys crowd around me like I'm Jesus Q Christ. It's because I got everything to lose, and you. No way! How do you like that? You conned me. Conned by a bunch of wackos. Well, to hell with that. I got enough of my own worries without having to get hooked on yours. Quit bugging me. All of you quit bugging me.
I'm beginning to wonder if you're capable of having a good time. No? because there isn't the least bit of adventure in you. Do you know what you are? You're a watcher. There are watchers in this world, and then there are doers, and the watchers sit around and watch the doers do. Well, tonight, you watched, and I did. You couldn't even relax for one night. You couldn't let your hair down for 1 second. Boy, Paul, sometimes you act like you're anticipating that. I didn't say you were a stuffed shirt. But you're extremely proper and dignified. All right, the other night at Delfino's, you were drunk, right? I had no idea until you told me in the morning. You're really a funny kind of drunk, Paul. You just sat there looking unhappy, watching your coat. You're always dressed right. You always look right. You always say the right thing. You're very close to being perfect. Do you know I've never seen you without a jacket? I always feel like such a slob compared to you. Before we were married, I was sure you slept with a tie. And that's just the problem. Like Thursday night, you wouldn't walk barefoot with me in Washington Square Park. Why not? Where are you going? You can't go to sleep. We're having a fight. Oh, that gets me insane. You can even control your emotions. Oh my God. You don't consider this a crisis? Our whole marriage hangs in the balance. Just now, it's suddenly very clear to me that you and I have absolutely nothing in common. I'm angry. Can't you see that? You will stay here and you will fight for our marriage. You won't discuss it. You're afraid to discuss it. I married a coward. Oh, I hate you. I really, really hate you. I find picking up my phone to be a mammoth fucking struggle. The numbers on my inbox, the friends who won't see me anymore. The food pictures, the porn videos, the bombings and beheadings, and the moral ambivalence you have to have just to carry on with your day. I find the knowledge that we're all just atoms, and one day we'll stop and just be dirt in the ground. I find that overwhelmingly disappointing. I wish I could feel otherwise. I wish I could be like you. Or my mother. To feel that some things are predetermined and meaningful. To feel that we're somewhere on a track between the start and the finish. But I can't. I can't because I care about what is true. What's actually verifiably true. You're able to forfeit rationality for a comforting untruth, so how are you supposed to help me? You're looking at the world through such a tight filter that you're barely living in it. You're barely alive. Drugs and alcohol have never let me down. They have always loved me. There are substances that I can put in my bloodstream that make the world perfect. It's the only absolute truth in the universe. I'm being difficult because you want to try and take that away from me. So, I'm sorry.
Note to self, don't be gay in Indiana. Big heads up, that's a really stupid plan. Who knew asking out a girl to the prom would go over just like an atom bomb and make things much worse with your dad and mom? And who'd have ever thought that could be possible? Just breathe, Emma. Picture a beach with golden sand. Just breathe, Emma. Picture a Xanax in your hand. Try journaling or start a blog. Just end this inner monologue. Try not to combust. Just breathe, Emma. Remember that thing called oxygen. Just breathe, Emma. Look at the crazy state you're in. Just smile and nod, although they're jerks. Say namaste and pray it works. And like we've discussed, just You've got to beware, sample things here and there, know what they do. You've got to be sure that the goods will endure, last you a lifetime through. So while there's a chance, I'm sampling, I'm taking romance in the smorgasbord way. From the last organ note, love is all tabla jote, so you must choose the best to be found. That's why I keep shopping, leisurely shopping, not buying, just shopping around. You're so neat. You're such a neat guy. Ugh, I wish I would have known you when I was little. Not real little, but at the age where you start figuring out stuff. When I was cracking apart rocks, looking at the sparkles inside, I bet you would have protected me. People were always giving me crap. You know what? Once I was in a play, and I was real glad I was in that play because I thought that they were just meant for pretty people. Because I had my eye patch and my metal plate shoe to correct my duck foot. It was the ugly duckling. And I really dug that because of the happy ending. And I got to be the ugly duckling. And yeah, I had to wear a black tethered shawl and get crap flung at me, but it didn't matter because in the end, I'd be that pretty swan and all. But you know what they did? At the end of the play, they had me kneel at the edge of the stage and cover my head with the shawl. And up rose this real pretty blonde-haired girl as the swan. I paid all my dues, and up rose Ballerina Kathy like the North Star. It was really crappy, man. Oh, and oh, how the parents could talk about how pretty she was. Boy, I ran to my hideout and I cried. Those lousy jerks! I wish you were around then.
I bet you would have protected me.